It's the Traumedy Podcast. Trauma plus comedy equals Traumedy. This week on Traumedy.
As it relates to the trauma of like observing things, because when I was 15, my best friend had colon cancer. He complimented everything about me, about our friendship, about my humor, about my ability to be with people. And he's like, yeah, you have something. That's like, you're very funny. You're the funniest person I know. That's it. And, you know, we would sit there and we'd laugh. We'd make fun of things and just laugh in these really like intense moments. You know, he would be very sick because he went through all the various types of treatments to try. And so I would be like right there with him when he was like the worst he'd ever been. But we would just like something, you know, sometimes just silence. And other times, like when he could talk, we would absolutely like laugh and giggle and just have a good time. And so it's like, oh, this feels good to make him laugh.
Yeah.
I just want to make him feel better. Whatever he needs, that's all I care about right now.
You're listening to Traumedy, the podcast that helps you take your pain and play with it. I'm Nancy Norton. I am a former nurse, comedian, and keynote speaker about the power of humor, why we need it, how it helps us.
Bring the power of humor to your next event with award-winning comedian Nancy Norton. Nancy got out of healthcare for the same reason a lot of people get into it, to save lives. Message Nancy at nancynorton.tv. The Traumedy Podcast is sponsored by Crybaby Badass. You have to feel it to heal it. You are a Crybaby Badass luminary. See your light in the mirror. Do you have a trauma? Hey, you listening, do you have a Traumedy story to share? If so, send Nancy a message at nancynorton.tv.
This is a very good episode. Every episode is so good. I love my job. I love my calling. This is a calling, as you know. I cannot not do Traumedy because I need these conversations. I hope by listening in, you get a little something from them as well. I really am learning from every guest some coping skills or some inspiration and always something funny every single time. And this is a mental health podcast. So keep breathing. Know you're not alone. If you want to find a comedy show or to connect with me, go to my website, nancynorton.tv. Everything is there. Enjoy this episode, and I'll see you on the other side. Welcome to Traumedy. My guest this week is a comedian and a new friend here in Boulder. Welcome, Pat Truer.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Very happy to be here. This is great.
Thanks for being willing to come on. We just worked with each other last weekend at Comic Sense, and I love that you do something really unique with Sound Machine. And I was just thinking, I've got this little sound machine that I never take advantage of, and I was thinking I should get inspired and bring another dimension into Traumedy with some sound effects.
Absolutely.
And maybe you could show me how to do that.
Sure, anytime.
Someday.
Yeah.
It's got the preloaded buttons, but occasionally hit them.
I just want to say we got to perform last weekend a few months ago, and every time I perform with you, I do walk away feeling so inspired because your energy. Like one thing I really appreciate about you is the honesty, but then also you're in the room, you're present. I can't stand it when headliners don't pay attention to what happened in front of them and they repeat things, and that's never the case with you. You pay attention to the elements of the show, and then you build on the story. And it creates a more unique experience for the audience. You know, they paid money to be out. It's a big deal for some people to be out, and you make it a big deal, like in a very positive way. And it's like, yes, that's what I aspire to be. And you're just so yourself, and you have these moments of, it's so honest and it's so pure and it's so inspiring. Of like, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to be so honest on stage because I kind of became guarded.
Yeah, and that's normal. Especially when we start out, it's vulnerable. It's so vulnerable, and you're learning the craft. But thank you for those kind words. And it does make my job easier. Folks, if you're hearing Mushu is in his crate, because he likes to be in my lap, and the panting in the microphone, I just don't think is a good, I don't know, it'll sound like an obscene phone call or something. So we'll see if he'll settle down. Yeah. And I apologize if you hear whimpering, and he's got water, he just had his treat, he's loved. It takes him a few minutes to realize, they're not going to let me out. I better just take a nap for a few minutes. But thank you so much. Yeah, well, and you acknowledge that, and it does make my job easier in a way too. If you do a lot of interaction, so it's like, okay, there's no reason to go and who are you and what are you doing or anything like that. Like if I can take the story and carry it forward, and what they say in comedy too is if you bring up a subject. Like say, I want to bring up gas stations. And if you've already brought up the subject of gas stations, expand on it.
Right.
Once everybody knows, we're talking about the gas station, or we're talking about Brandon or whoever it was, or Harold, I think at the show.
Yeah,
And I'm impressed that people are right there playing along because you're asking them what their spirit animal is and why it's their spirit animal. I mean, those are kind of deep questions. And you're asking them to do an impression of their spirit animal, and they do it. Do you find they do it for the most part?
For the most part. I've started to identify when this person's not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I recognize it's like, all right, so maybe I'll stay away from it, or I have a preloaded sound, like recording, a voice recording that makes fun of it. But for me, it's all about up top of I want to create this environment of fun.
Yeah.
We can be silly here. We can be open. We can have a good time. I'm not going to be somebody who's going to come up and put you down. I want you to participate.
It's uplifting.
Yeah.
I will say that. And that's what I want that to be my vibe. Listen, I've had bad days where I don't think it comes out that way. I'll be honest. But lately, for the most part, that is my intention. I feel like that's what higher power has asked me to do is raise the frequency on Earth. So I'm trying to just raise the frequency, even though there's a lot of shit going on in the world. And I love how you do that. Your song that you open with, it's like, what do you say? It's like the people that...
Everyone out there causing all those problems, they're the worst.
Yeah.
Everyone in here, we're the best.
Yeah.
All those problems, they're outside the door.
Yeah.
And we're the best, and they're the worst. And just getting them sing along instead of like hey, let's give it up for this, or let's give it... No, let's sing along. Let's have fun.
You create a we-ness, we in this room. And then it's very, it's very light and silly, and like we've all been hurt by people, and those people that have caused you problems, they're out there, they're not in here, and it's really fun. I think it really shifts the energy. I can see it. So good for you, man.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing that?
The board I've been working on for 9 months now.
Yeah.
A lot of trial and error. And that song, I just found it, like a royalty-free piece of music. I was like, all right, great, I can use this.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I did this bus tour of Denver where I was the MC for this bus tour, and it just came out in a moment. Like I just hit the song, and I just started going with it.
So you were doing your own stream of consciousness.
Just stream of conscious.
Yeah, and I always feel like I channel muses, so I don't take credit for some things. I'm just like, I don't know whose muses I'm channeling. Could be yours, could be the audience's, could be mine, could be collective. But it is fun when things just I love when we don't know where it came from.
Right.
Like it wasn't a cognitive process where you laboriously went over stuff. It was just...
It's exciting.
Something took over and you honored it.
And you see it go, you go, oh, wow, that really works.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, and it's like, oh, I felt something.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt something. They had a good time. We had a good time. It's like, now we're here. The show's begun. Now it's our experience here.
Yes.
And now we can just build on this.
Yeah. So, you do a great job at that. And that'll be so cool. So you're building out this like an hour at least because you're doing 4 shows you're going to record in September at Comic Sense here in Boulder.
End of September, Jesse Carter's room, Comic Sense, the basement of Boulderado, my favorite room in Colorado. I love that intimacy.
Oh, yeah. It is such a cozy environment. And I have to tell you, the first time I did it, because my style is to throw energy to the back wall of the Comedy Works or whatever room I'm in. I throw energy to the back wall. And in this room, the back wall is about 10 feet away. People are kind of to the side. So it's like almost like I feel like it's a rainbird situation, like a sprinkler, like a like set up, punchline, set up, punchline.
Yes.
But it's so much about energy, I feel, comedy is.
Absolutely. Right. And because we never know what people are coming from, what happened in their day.
Yeah.
And I think about the times where... One, I was sad. Someone said something that made me laugh really hard that brought me out of it. And no matter how wildly appropriate or inappropriate it might have been, but like it was so appropriate in the moment I was in.
Right. It released something.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to do that for the people that I care about and love, but also these people who are coming here to support my dream or comedy in general. Like this is when I'm the happiest. This is when I'm the best version of myself.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So how can I pay it back to the universe? How can the times that someone has broken my downward spiral?
Yeah.
with a laugh and just made me think, so how can I do that? And like, yeah, in Comic Sense, I like that also because, you know, we don't always rock it, right? Sometimes we miss.
Yeah.
And I like that challenge of like, well, they're right here. Yeah. They're right here, and I can see their facial reactions immediately when I say something that's not hitting or whatever. And it's like, okay, I have to quickly recalculate if this is like, where do I go from here?
Yeah, because there's nowhere to hide.
There's nowhere to hide.
You can't.
Your back's against the wall.
Your back is against the wall, and it's like it's such a great exercise. It's like a ropes course kind of thing. It's a emotional trust fall or something like that. And they want you to succeed. They really do. But it is interesting to watch certain dynamics with different people in different rooms, and it is. I love stand-up. I'm great. I've been doing this a long time. I still love it. How long have you been doing stand-up?
Seriously, for 8 years.
Okay.
I started like when I'm about to turn 44, and I started when I was 23. I did Comedy Works, and I did like 3 sets. My third one, I did what I thought was the worst bomb of all time.
Oh, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, and I actually still have the tape. I watched. I was like, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was.
Oh, but the feeling.
Oh, it's so awful.
Hurts so bad. I think it's the fear. I mean, it is the number one fear of public speaking and bombing. And I think because in our caveman brain, you know, that was like being exiled.
Exiled from the tribe, right?
They're from the group.
Yeah. Oh, you're out. You're out.
The wolves are going to eat you. You hope.
You hope, right? Just anything to get out, which thankfully now of learning how, I can just make fun of myself when I'm doing this bad.
Yeah.
And that's the out. Like we were talking about John.
Yeah, John Novosad. He's got a whole bunch of the throwaway kind of, what is it? We were just saying they're called like
just your outs.
Saves, like they're like save lines or something.
Lines. Yeah.
And sometimes he does them when he doesn't really need them, but it's just kind of his thing. Like, the people on the left are into it, the people on the right, not so much, or I can't remember. He's got a whole bunch of them. But they work. And I think people like being on the inside of that kind of material. It's kind of fun. And
I found that it's helped me when I recognize, I'm not getting the reaction. You know, in my mind, I'm a bit delusional of like, this is going to be the funniest thing they've ever heard because it made me laugh very hard. And then I get the silence when I say it. and that silence is so loud. It's so loud.
I know what the expectation is here. Flat lines, like, oh no. But, you know, and I used to do like 3, if I got 3 nothings after that, and then I had a friend, a mentor who said, you know, really, if that makes you laugh, you just got to find the way to share it. Somehow they don't have whatever it is, the background or something, but find a way to make it work. Because if it makes you laugh that hard, you can get there.
I've recognized that's opened up my stream of conscious more of like, I need to Micro Machine Man talk fast now to explain to them why I thought it was going to be funny, but not in a way that's the boring, well, you guys don't get it, or like, it's not on them, it's on me. And I'll have to I'll find myself just tapping into how do I talk as fast as possible to give the context. But now I'm like letting down my guard. I'm like, but you guys, like, I thought bringing the nervous, frantic energy. And that's been fun for me to explore because then I find that I'm sharing my core beliefs or feelings about things that will come out in the rant, in the dig out rant.
Yeah. There is. It is interesting. I used to, I don't know, subconsciously just dig a hole every set and have to get out of it. Because you mine for deeper parts of yourself, and it is interesting. And now you've got this launch pad thing. What do you call it? It's a
Rodecaster Duo, so just a miniature soundboard, and it has the preloaded sounds, and then I have my microphone, and then I have an audience microphone. That's the big boom microphone I have, so I can record the audience.
Oh, I wondered what that was.
Yeah.
I thought that was a transmitter-receiver thing.
No, it's there's a separate little transmitter-receiver that goes into the sound system, so I'm actually running my own sound off the board that I record for all my clips and my tape. And then, that boom microphone gets a great audio. So it's kind of like a cheat code, so I don't have to have it wasn't a cheap setup, as you know, it's like, this actually, I don't have to hire a super professional videographer every time to get really high quality sound and tape.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So it's like, all right, this is the building point. But then, yes, the taping, I am having my friend who's a very talented videographer come in to do it. And
set up some little cameras so you get different angles.
Yeah.
In that small room, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Yeah.
Because I just always have that door angle. You can just see the general part. But it's fun to go back. Like, I like the editing part to just see people's faces because it makes me really happy because it's wild. You can see when people are like, they are going through something.
Yeah.
You can just see it. And then you can see the laugh that gets them.
See the shift.
Yeah, it's wild to me. It's like really, I don't like watching myself. I like watching the audience faces when I watch my tape. Again, of like, oh, what's happening? And be like, oh my gosh, I like, yes, I saw this in the performance, or wow, I had no idea this was happening right in front of me.
Right. Yeah. And I've been noticing, I can tell a big difference in my shows when I get out of my ego self, and which is still there, don't get me wrong, unless I'm doing just enough mushrooms. But even then, I'm just saying, what I like to say is a little prayer. Like, I hope they leave feeling better than when they walked in. That is, and if I say that, if I kind of throw it up to kind of a higher power, or I don't even know to what, just like that is my intention, then things tend to go well.
Right.
Because I'm kind of get myself out of it. Like, let's, this is for them, not me. But it is reciprocal. I mean, it's for both of us, obviously, because we get to feel heard and celebrated, and it's fun to be celebrated. People enjoy you.
It's them to leave better than they walked in is beautiful. And I realized that we're all different. This was a realization I just had a couple of weeks ago of that a mistake I was making was expecting the same response every time to things. Right. I'll ask the spirit animal, or I'll ask questions, and I noticed I would just start to expect something happen, this expectation, and then it wouldn't happen, and I'd be like, oh, and then I was not present. So by letting go of that, like the expectation from the audience, let go of the outcome, let go of that outcome, be as present as possible with these people, then I can really tap into like the universe, the energy that's there of like, oh, this is a special moment that we have right now. That if I had this expectation of, because you see comedians, and I have this question, I'm 99% chance you're going to say yes instead of no. Right. But then the 1% you say no, and I'm not prepared. Right. But if I have the avenue to go, oh, we can explore this together because I'm right here with you. Mm-hmm. And you can take a big room and you can make it just two people, but everyone is kind of channeled into the two people. Yeah. And there's that aliveness with it. People know it and they feel it. Well, before we go any more into comedy, what's your background? Like, where and how? Because I told you, here's what Traumedy is kind of about, is taking our pain and playing with it. And a lot of us comedians are sort of, wounded children who used humor to survive, or we've had some struggles. But is there anything in your background that you'd be comfortable sharing? Yeah, absolutely.
Might have led you down this crazy path of comedy?
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to answer the question. I want to... I appreciate, when you told me about this and I'd heard about it, I go, this is amazing, because comedy has helped me, myself through the traumas I've experienced, but also allowed me to help others just by being myself with people. And so the background was, I was raised by a single mother. She conceived me with artificial insemination. Oh. And so I was always brought to the adult events all the time. I was constantly there. And my mom, I would go to the happy hours, I would go to the dinner parties, and I'd be the only kid there. And so I was constantly observing everything. And that's like what's known about, raised by a single parent, only child, observant. And as a result of that, I just got to watch how like adults interacted with people, with each other. And I remember the first laugh I ever got was just a silly, like a line I stole from the Roadrunner, and I just remember that feeling of like, wow, look at how the whole energy just changed because I said this one thing. Yeah. And I think I was 5 years old. And so then I would be with adults, and then that was important as it relates to the trauma of like observing things, because when I was 15, my best friend had colon cancer.
Oh, wow.
And so I was with him nearly every day as like in the hospital, and he passed, and it was like on and off for about a year. And so I would like watch, I would just be there. To me, it was just hanging out with my friend at the time, right? I didn't think anything special. It was like, this is my best friend. Yeah. And I would watch people come in, and everyone in those situations, they just do what they think is best, and they're scared, and it's just different. It's so different, the energy and the interactions. But I would sit there with my best friend, and we would just hang out. But I'd watch adults come in and not know how to act or what to say. And I realized like just the importance of being a calm, normal presence with people when like they're going through the worst of the worst.
So just being trying to just normalize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just okay, this is
And
what's
did
happening.
you know he was terminally ill? Did you? Because, gosh, you don't think of colon cancer first of all in a teenager, and then I don't know if I've ever heard of it in a teenager, and then to think that it could be terminal.
That was a tough conversation. I remember my mom told me that he had it, and that was to me at the time receiving that news. I remember I just broke down right away because to me I was like, oh, he's going to die. Like that's it.
So that's kind of what we associated with cancer.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I was like, okay, well, I just got to hang out with him as much as possible. And then he had gotten the news. The doctor had told him, and my mom told me, hey, he got the news. So it's like just a matter of he's going to be at home with hospice.
Wow.
And then he invited me over to his house, I was going to, and he said, hey, I need to talk with you. And we went for this walk, and it was this beautiful day. And he goes, hey, I have some news, Pat. I'm going to die. We're these two 15-year-olds. And I remember just going, I know, buddy. And I go, it's okay. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be sad. But he's like, but I'll watch out for you. He's like, I'll help you with the girls. I'll help you. You know, that was like a new thing in life. And he goes, I'll always be here. And
Like, did he mean in spirit?
Yeah, just
he's going to be with you in spirit always.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have dreams. I still do. Where like
so he's still with you.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I have moments of like.
Oh, I just feel that. What is his name?
Parker.
Parker.
Yeah, and
Parker. Wow.
Just like he instilled this. It was a beautiful day. It was June, and we were sitting in his driveway. And the wind was blowing, and he just closed his eyes. He goes, just feel that wind on your face, Pat. He's like, it's so nice, isn't it? And I go, yeah, it like really is. He goes, you don't pay attention to that, do you? And I go, no. He goes, look at these trees. Like trees are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah.
I go, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. And we just sat there. And to me, even looking back, it's like to think I was 15 years old and had this conversation with my best friend. And this is the most grown-up conversation I've ever had in my life. And
yeah, I do. I notice this with children, especially who have cancer or terminal, and it is like a compressed life. Like that's something my father would say in his 70s. And isn't that breeze delicious? Like that's like, but you just especially when you're savoring life, and like we're looking out this window here at the leaves moving, the leaves and the breeze, and thinking of Parker. That's so poignant that you still have such vivid memories of those days with him.
Yeah, and so he complimented everything about me, about our friendship, about my humor, about my ability to be with people. And he's like, yeah, you have something. That's like, you're very funny. You're the funniest person I know. Oh. That's it. And we would sit there and we'd laugh. We'd make fun of things and just laugh in these really like intense moments. He would be very sick because he went through all the various types of treatments to try. And so I would be like right there with him when he was like the worst he'd ever been. But we would just like something, sometimes just silence. And other times, like when he could talk, we would absolutely like laugh and giggle and just have a good time. And so it's like, oh, this feels good to make him laugh.
Yeah.
I just want to make him feel better. Whatever he needs, that's all I care about right now.
Yeah.
And to have that, and to be able to recognize like, oh, there's a real power here. Like it's a very positive force. And so that's how comedy and humor was really, that's when I realized how important it is and how much I wanted to be a part of who I am, to be able to say things to people in their worst moments. And like,
yeah, and we don't know who's in our audience who may just got a diagnosis, or a family member got some bad news, or going through divorce, or people are just all going through. And then right now with the world kind of divided, and yeah, it's so much going on. And well, thank you for sharing about Parker. And I do, this turns out to be a very spiritual kind of woo-woo podcast because of
I love it.
This is where I am in my life right now, especially after doing psychedelic trauma therapy. Just a whole nother dimension has opened to me, and I feel like I have contact with ancestors, and totally 100% believe you when you feel and have visitations from him in your dreams, and that's amazing. Like that's like it makes you less afraid of death, doesn't it? When you think, well, Parker will be there for me
Absolutely.
to escort me across the veil when it is my time.
Oh, absolutely.
You're only in your 40s. We never know, though. That's the point. Parker can help us know. Enjoy every moment. We don't know. None of us knows.
Never know.
I'm 65, so I'm, definitely on the other side. Like, no matter what. I mean, it's like I thought about that. Like a lot of people, live 80 to 85, and it's like, okay, yeah, that last 15 went really quickly. So where do we want to be, and what do we want to do?
Yeah.
And what brings us the most joy?
What brings us the most joy, and I was so grateful for that lesson with him, because as it turns out, we never know. I've had many friends, close friends, die before 44.
Really?
Yeah. So I had one of my closest friends. He died from complications related to drinking, and he struggled with alcoholism. And I was there with him and his family when he died. And then two of my other best friends, like, they flew in and they got there, and that's just kind of we didn't know what to do with it, right? We were there. He died. And my friends and I, we went out that night after he died. We're like, well, should we go out tonight?
Go drinking?
Yeah.
After he died of alcoholism.
Yeah, it's something was like.
I think he would like that.
Yeah, we did. Well, he was an alcoholic, so he'd probably want us to go out immediately.
Yeah.
And we went out, and we had this fun night where we kept seeing, like, how far can we push it, because we're in this small little beach community town, and remember the bartender goes, "You guys aren't from here, are you?" And we're like, "No, we're not from here." "Well, what are you guys doing in town?" We all kind of looked at each other like, do we tell him? Do we not tell him? One of my friends goes, "Oh, our best friend just died a couple hours ago, and we came in to be here." And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, fellas. Tell you what, first 2 rounds are on the house." And as soon as the bartender turned his back, we were like, yeah. We're
going to use this story every time we go drinking.
Yeah. And so we went out, we had this really fun night, just as 3 friends grieving their friend, drinking. It's messed up that he died of complications, alcoholism, and then we did it. But I got back and I got on stage the next night, and I just talked about what we had just done. And a guy came up to me, and it ended up being funny because I was ultimately just making fun of us and our behavior to go do that. And a guy came up to me right after the show and goes, "Thank you for sharing that. I just went through that with one of my friends." He's like, "Exactly. Our friend died. We went out that night. We thought we were all messed up for doing it." He's like, "But thank you." And then joking about death. He's like, "Thanks for joking about death. It's okay."
I think it's imperative.
I agree.
I think it's imperative because we're the only species that really knows we're going to die.
Right.
That is a definition of suffering right there. The fact that you will one day die. Like this little dog, I know there's a life-preserving part of him that wants to survive, but I don't think he's sitting there going, "I wonder how many years I have." Right. He's not twiddling his paws. "I wonder how many years I have left to eat treats."
Yeah, just enjoying life every day.
I shouldn't have said that word, but he didn't notice.
Yeah,
he's
good
sleeping.
job.
He's sleeping now. At least he's faking it. Put himself to sleep for the duration. He knows. I think this takes a little time. Yeah. But I think it is imperative. And I always say, I studied therapeutic humor, and I mean, dark humor is absolutely essential to first responders and anybody that, like, cancer patients or people who are dying. Like, if they lead with humor, a lot of times healthcare workers don't take them up on it, which we need to. They're asking for a relief. Yeah. So and I do think humor is a language of higher power. I know I keep bringing up higher power, but I can't help it. It's part of my recovery. Yeah. It's I do feel it just feels like a resource,
Absolutely.
And so I'm also fascinated because, I tried artificial insemination when I was with a woman. My joke was like, my husband couldn't get me pregnant. He had a very low sperm count, 0. He had absolutely no testicles and 2 large, beautiful breasts. Anyway, Diane, come on. Could not knock me up. So I had to buy sperm.
Yeah, buy it on the free market.
Yeah. It's not cheap. Your sperm was not cheap that your mom bought.
Great.
It's like $250 a pop.
Yeah.
And Just letting you know, she went all out.
Yeah.
And did you ever know your sperm donor? Is it an open system or is it closed? Have you been curious about
I've been curious.
bio father?
I was curious. I know he can curl his tongue.
So you read the thing that she like.
That was high school biology that taught me that because my mom can't do it. That's a genetic trait.
Oh, so that was from high school biology. Oh, but did she ever show you, like, because when we chose, like when I was with my partner who turned out to be a sociopath, so it's good it didn't take. But I tried to match her, like dark hair, background, her ancestry, all kinds of stuff. I was trying to, like, as if she did, impregnate me, it would be a mix, looking like a mix of the two of us as best we could. Yeah. When your mom chose your sperm, you said, did she buy it or was it a friend or?
It was, yes, she bought it.
Is this uncomfortable?
No. I just have never heard that exact. Yeah, she bought it. She totally bought it.
It usually takes more than one try.
Yeah.
I don't know, but some people get lucky.
It was the early 80s, so she got a lot of rejection because people did not want a single woman. A lot of doctors would say
they wouldn't inseminate her.
They wouldn't do it.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
Yeah, she went through a lot.
Yeah, that is not body autonomy. That pisses me off. I did have a friend who donated sperm, and they would not inseminate me with his sperm because I wasn't married to him. And I was like, what do you care if I'm married to him?
Right.
I could be having sex with him.
Right.
But they're like, but if we're putting it in you and we give you HIV, it was a liability issue. But I'm like,
well, yeah,
I don't understand. But that's even worse because they're making a total judgment on none of their business.
Oh, 100%. You're absolutely right.
What state was she in?
Here
in Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably went to some of the same fertility people.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah, I still have some boners to pick with them. Yeah. Some bones to pick.
Yeah.
But she found somebody.
And so although she knew healthy, they had like basic genetic screening. And then
it wasn't one of those doctors that was that you've seen the Netflix specials.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On that guy.
Oh sure. Well, those are always fascinating to me too.
Yeah.
And then I remember my mom, like any of that. My mom and I went and saw there's a movie Delivery Man with Vince Vaughn where he's like mistakenly has inseminated like 500 women and. We were in that movie theater. We were the only two people laughing in that movie theater.
Yeah, because you had to release that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you're like, well, is my sister? Am I dating my sister?
Oh, yeah. I remember there was my first very serious relationship. We looked a lot alike. And the first question I asked her dad when I met him was, hey, how are you? No, so a second question.
Yeah.
You didn't by chance donate sperm, did you?
Yeah.
And he looked at me. He goes, what? And I go, I just need a yes or no on this. So there's something in me. I'm going to get it out right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said no. So I felt, but it was always made me a little uncomfortable. People were like, you guys really look alike.
Yeah.
I was like, well, halfway, I guess it's not that bad. I just rationalize it.
Well, in the 80s, maybe it wasn't as specific as it is now, or not now. Gosh, when I was inseminating was right around the end of the 90s, early 2000. And it was like there was their IQ, what they did, how they, athleticism, their height, their weight, family history of diseases, this whole thing. I mean, it was dark hair, light hair, left-handed, whatever.
Tall, but I think was the one that was.
You are tall.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Whoa. So she chose like healthy and tall.
Right.
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
Have you done any DNA testing?
No, I have not.
So that's interesting to me. I would be so curious.
Yeah, I'll just shoot. I don't like the 23andMe owning all the information.
Yeah, so it's a privacy issue.
Yeah, for me that is it. I have thought about it. I called in college. I called the doctor. And he called me back, but then I got too scared to call him back again.
Really?
Yeah, because he knows the identity, he knew. I don't know if the doctor's still alive. And so I have these touch and go moments. But ultimately, I'm so happy with my mom raising me, and my grandfather was my father figure.
Okay.
So for me, it's like it'd be fun to see somebody. And like I know I have half siblings out there, but... I'm fine.
If you need a kidney someday, might.
yeah, when a desperation, right?
Just if I ever need a kidney.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. My son's adopted, single mom, but I've offered over and over to take him to Nepal. I also feel like he might have a sibling in France that from the same orphanage, and he just is not interested. He's like, no, this is, I'm content with what, this family, and I don't. So some people don't have that. Some people are just craving information, and other people, I trust that you don't. You're satisfied.
I very much believe family are the people that you choose.
Yeah,
Yes, I've witnessed people treat each other poorly because they were family, and that would seem to be an excuse, but that doesn't fly in my book. So it's my friends or my family, the people that I choose, like how we choose to treat each other. That's my belief.
Yeah,
and I stick with that.
And you're healthy. You don't.
Trying.
There's nothing. Well, I mean, there's nothing. You're like, I just really would like to know, because I do think medical is an interesting part of it.
You're right.
And I think about my son. I think, well, he did have kidney infections as a baby, and I don't think he's going to, but that puts him at higher risk of having kidney issues as an adult. So I do think about stuff like that. Like, I mean, I know, sounds far-fetched.
No, not at all. It's completely natural, right? That's it. Yeah, of course. That's why, the kidney. That's why you referenced that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Well, even my family of origin, we're kind of all giving each other space right now, or at least I am, and one other sister, we're kind of.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we're trying to find ourselves after our mother died, because she was such a matriarch and kind of, controlling. You're like, who am I and who are we if my mom's not holding us all together and making us do things together? And so we're sort of, I don't know. My point is, I was telling my therapist, I said, well, we know we're there for each other in a crisis. Like, even though we may not, like, they're all in the Ozarks, I'm here. But yeah, if anybody needed a kidney, I got you. I got you.
You buy them $250.
Yeah, there's a Venmo.
Yeah.
I take Venmo.
Got like
a QR code over
QR
here.
code tattoo for different organs.
That would be good. That's so smart. If you have that, I have that on my license plate, be an organ donor at a price. Like, come on. That's worth some money.
Yeah. Hey.
I've been running marathons. You want this heart?
Yeah.
I'm probably too old to donate my heart at this point. I don't know. I'm too old for the corneas, I was told. They don't want my old cornea.
You're too old. I don't know anything
You're never
about
too old to donate a cornea.
I don't know anything about science. Don't listen to me. Yeah. No, I think what have been some resources to help you? Now, you said you had therapists, but what have been some resources for you to help figure that out?
Figure what out?
You said now that your mom has
Oh,
passed.
who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, psychedelic trauma therapy, for one, and then parts work, which a lot of people are doing now, in internal or inner family systems, IFS work, where you like connect with your inner child, your inner teenager, your inner critic, and then it's like you kind of tease out, like integrate all those parts and go, oh, that's who I am.
How do you handle your inner critic?
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. Well, I have a little Lego treehouse. Let me tell you about it. No, but seriously, I'm doing a recovery program for adult children. And one of the things we worked through was this, reparenting ourselves workbook with a group. And one of the things you did was build a little house or a little sanctuary for the inner critic, because they're trying to help you survive. It's all about survival. And even though it feels terrible and oppressive, sometimes it's like it's a survival trait. And it's like, I'm okay, don't worry. I'm not going to die if I don't set the table correctly. Right. Or if I don't offer you the right drink or the right glass that has a dribble feature. I'm not like
it's a great glass, by the way. It's a great glass.
It's a Mexican blown glass.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But it dribbles a little. So yeah, those kind of things. I'm like, try to put my inner critic in a safe place. Say, hey, go take a spa day. Right. I got this. Easier said than done. Do you have a strong inner critic?
Oh, yeah.
Does that? Oh, yeah. Do you think, did that come from your survival trait? Did somebody impress that on you to survive by fitting in or something?
I recognize that my mom, as a single mom, had to be the disciplinarian and had to set me up as best she could. And I think she did a great job. A part of that, though, was there was a lot of, hey, you got. I don't know if you've heard me say on stage. I can say my mom's love language was rejection.
Yeah, I did hear that, because mine was criticism.
Yeah, and I actually just said that to her, because I do have a policy. If I'm going to say something on stage with somebody about somebody, I have to be able to say it to them.
Okay,
I can't say it behind their back. I have to be able to say it to them, if anything at all.
Okay, but I'm just saying I don't. I don't have the same policy.
So I was hanging out with my mom, and this is a long road to get to the answer. my mom was knocking into me about something and about not being good enough and my mom doesn't think I'm funny. Also, by the way, she won't. She's like, I don't think you're funny. I don't think you're funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's nothing
so
worse.
That's like always making me
Dude, there's nothing worse anyone could say to me.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I've been called
From
ugly
her.
a lot. I'm used to it. But if you say you're not funny, I'm like, what? Like, that feels like such a big part of your identity.
Oh, and then she'll meet people that I know that I don't think are funny at all. And she go, that's one of the funniest people I've ever met. And I'll be like,
Ah, that burns.
oh, it burns.
No, I
Yeah.
divorced my husband over that. I did.
As you should have. As you should have.
I
Yeah, what
mean, so-
happened? What was the...
No, it was the first time I was doing stand-up, and I was scared to death. We were walking across this bridge to the Honolulu Comedy Club where we lived, and he goes, you know who's really funny? You know who should do comedy? That woman we met from New York. And I was like, not you. And I was like, I mean, I was about to die as it was. But your mom just
know
does
that
not,
feeling.
for whatever reason, you do not tickle her funny bone.
Not at all. Not at all.
Does anybody? Well, obviously.
well,
you
yeah,
s-
yeah.
I mean, ouch. You just said
Oh, yeah.
she has a different sense of humor.
Yeah. And so we were hanging out and she said something. I go, Mom, you know what? Your love, I had just on your show. It was last weekend. I go, Mom, your love language is rejection. And then she laughed louder than she's laughed at anything I've said.
Because that was the truth.
Yeah, it was. And and like, it was so satisfying, but also hurt at the same time, which made it even more weirdly just this terrible cycle.
To know you were right about that.
Yeah. And I recognized that, I could get A minuses, but it was like, well, why didn't you get an A?
Dang.
And as an adult, I'm able to recognize, as an adult, that's a loose term, at 44,
Almost
I'm
adult.
able, this past year, I go, well, you know what? I look at other people that I've had in my life and I'm grateful for how she did it because I'm happy with who I am now. And yes, I recognize there could have been some other ways. However, I can't change that. So I have to accept it. And now I recognize that when she says some things, I just don't latch onto them. And I go, okay.
And you're really able to.
Yeah.
You're able to release it.
Not 100% of the time. I'm not.
Or over time, my son, okay, so I am very critical and I feel like I just made amends to him in the hallway. I got home and for some reason his deodorant just smelled so loud.
So loud. You're experiencing senses differently. Yeah. Did you have some mushies before the taping right now?
It's been a couple days.
Sounds so loud. Yeah.
That deodorant
I
was
can.
so
You know what? Now I say it, I can hear it from here. Yeah.
But sometimes
Wasn't Mushuk.
it was like I said, did you shower or are you covering up BO with all this deodorant? Because he used to. He's becoming a man now, but I'm still treating him like a boy who doesn't know hygiene, and I'm still trying to parent him and say, take a shower.
Yeah.
And then I realized I've been in the door 45 seconds, and I said something critical. And then I said, hey, listen, I just came back out in the hall. I'm like, listen, I just want to say sorry.
Nice.
I mean, I wish that my mother could have made amends more like that, but it's not the best. I wish I'd never said the critical thing, but it's just like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I want him to be prepared. Like, what if I die and he doesn't know how to shower still? I don't know what it is. Like, there's
Yeah,
something
that's just-
part of me that wants to prepare him for the world. Yeah. And it's it's survival. Like, whatever it is with your mom, I don't know. Like, she's wanting you to survive by putting you down a little, or just like...
Well, it's no coincidence that my inner critic's voice is usually her voice.
Yeah.
And I hear it all the time. And so, yeah, that's just who she is. That's just what that's just how she did it. Right. And it's like I can spend time and I can really get angry and be And I spent a lot of time for like basically from 15 to 40 just being angry about that. And I realized, she's not going to change.
She is not.
So, okay, well, I can just make the most of
Unless
this.
she eats enough mushrooms. No, seriously.
Yeah, that's
because it
yeah.
really changed me when I did psychedelic therapy. Something like the day my son picked me up, he drove me there because he was 16. Had to have a designated driver, and I'm telling you, it changed me because I was all on his case about grades and all this stuff. And even though he had ADHD, he picked me up and I went, Nathaniel, fuck grades. I mean, his main thing is you're happy. And it was like, he goes, I'm holding you to that. And we like high-fived in the car. But we did high-five Ds when he graduated high school because I was like, I just would love for you to graduate. And he did struggle with his ADHD and grades. And it was like, what's more important is that, you're a good person. You're doing your best and you're doing something you love. That's what a mother wants. I want you to be, and have friends. Like you've got a network of support. You're going to be okay. If I die, I just want to know you're okay.
Just want to know you're okay. Yeah.
But I don't know if your mom's open to doing psychedelic trauma therapy.
I don't think that's going to be happening. That's one of those expectations I'm not going to have. The grades is interesting. I remember a story, and this is a first world story, but it's I got a 4.0 the first time ever. Junior year, I was.
Wow, good job. I want to tell you.
No, thank you. Thanks, Mama Nance.
Yeah. I could be your mom. I'm old enough. Yeah. I am. I'm 21 years older than you.
Yeah, well, that'll work. Yeah, okay, well, great. I appreciate that.
I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. And because I remember junior year, you're told, hey, this is the year that's most important for getting into college. You have to get your grades. This is everything in life. This is all that matters.
This is it.
And I got the 4.0, and then my friend, one of my best friends, he got a 3.0 for the first time ever. And my mom goes, oh, so-and-so got a 3.0. We should go out and celebrate. And I go, what? I remember, and we did. And she's like, yeah. Hey, he got a 3.0, and I was like, I got a fucking 4.0.
She didn't acknowledge.
And she's like, yeah, but that. And she goes, yeah, you're supposed to. And I was like, all right. And that took me like 20 years, and then finally, in one of these adult conversations later, because I would bring it up, she goes, yeah, because so and so's he wouldn't get encouragement like that. That was a big deal for him, and it's like I go as an adult, I go, God, that hurt so much as a kid. But I go, well, now, you're kind of showing me a way of, yes, it could have been handled differently. It could have been more of a joint focus.
Sorry. I'm still burning over here. No, I think there was room for both of you to be celebrated. It didn't have to be either or. But then I'm thinking, she's thinking, well, I bought genius sperm.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, yeah, of course.
You're supposed to be a genius.
You're $250. Yeah, you're supposed to be like this. We're not celebrating that. Yeah, it's because you're breathing. Get over it. Yeah, that's her line. Get over yourself. And I would go,
wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was a lot of that.
Dang.
So, and like talking about it on stage helps me.
Yeah, I was thinking, would she be willing to put some of that on your launch pad, on your roadcaster thing?
Oh, God, no.
No, listen. No. Do you know how healing it would be for an audience to hear her actual voice going, get over yourself, or whatever her accent is? I'm making her a little harsher than she is, maybe. Where is she from originally?
You're not actually making her sound harsher. My mom, she was adopted, and she was adopted in Washington State, but she talks like this. And
she's got like a nasally voice.
Yeah.
Do you do any trauma therapy or any?
I meditate. I do therapy. Not.
You meditate.
Yeah.
That's real. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, it's the best.
When you get into that like higher self or whatever,
Yeah.
and everything seems so manageable.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, just total mindset or mind reset, and then yes, I have a therapist and we'll work out whatever we say. I don't dedicated trauma, but just to get through whatever's going on.
Yeah.
She was great. I had 2 deaths, 2 dear friends, and a divorce last year, and all within like 6 months. And so like I was going every week to therapy to work that out.
Oh gosh.
And
I'm so sorry.
And it's like, oh, thanks. It's okay now, right? But now the challenge is, well, how do I make that all funny?
Yeah. And
how do I make it funny? I did it at Comic Sense New Material Night. I have some jokes that I've written, and I had started off. I got garnered the audience favor starting off with crowd work, and I was like, all right, here's some new stuff. I go, it's pretty dark though. You guys, always ask the audience if I go in real dark on a night like that, and they say okay. Once I have their buy-in, I'm like, all right, now they're going to be a little bit more receptive to it. It's totally manipulative.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, so I had 2 of my really dear friends die within 3 weeks of each other, and I heard the oh no, and I was like, uh-oh, these jokes are not gonna hit, right? And then one of my friends, he had this brain tumor that was like unbeatable, and he beat it, and then like a month later he died in a car accident.
Get out.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, it was it's unbelievable. And I say that, and I could just hear the audience getting sadder and sadder. And I'm like, hey, no, I'm actually at a good spot to talk about this. Yes, I'm still sad about it, but like, oh, this joke. And then the joke is said like, oh, he said that the brain tumor was not going to beat him. And I was like, I got to say, like he lived up to his word. And I got one laugh and I go,
yeah.
Oh no. I got to rework this. This is it. I've made him way too sad. I recognize that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, well, I got to let my work cut out for me, which for me is great because that's going to help me process a lot more of everything that has happened because I kind of, I put it in a nice little box. And
compartment, yes.
Yeah.
Well, compartments are good to a point.
Right.
Well, I think of how that joke can work is just don't tell the car accident part till after you say, he said he's going to beat it, and he did because he died in a car accident.
Yeah, that's
week. And I do think that'll get a pop, even though it's true, but it's like otherwise. I think that's
great. That's a great note.
Is it okay to give a note?
Oh, always. I'm always open to notes. I mean, you're a fantastic performer. You're absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I'm always open to notes. I like you.
I just think that would work that way.
I'm giving it a go tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a laugh and then a groan, and then you're like, no, it's what he wanted. Yeah. You know what I mean? Listen. That's what I'm saying. So when you ask for things, like this could be the message here. Be specific.
Right.
I'm not going to
specific.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not going to let this brain tumor kill me because they don't need to know. I mean, I feel like maybe they don't need to know that he beat it, and then that happened because that is almost too like. You're asking too much of us here, Pat.
Let's
just say he.
Oh, I heard 4 people go, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Oh no, they're really not gonna like this." And then in my head I go, "No, but I'm okay. Like it's all right. Like it's my friend. You guys don't even know him."
And then you got a divorce because your wife didn't like that joke. I don't know. I'm just trying to tie it all together. The other friend died of humiliation.
He was so humiliated to be my friend.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I love what you're doing. I love your attitude. You got this big laugh, you've got this big smile, and it does. I was doing the dose show I was telling you again in Colorado Springs where we may or may not take a little bit of mushrooms, but the epiphanies that come with psychedelics, I was in bed that night going, and my heart was just hurting, and I was like, oh, because the compartments go away, and I'm like, oh, I have a broken heart, and I forgot,
Yeah.
And I'm like, I forgot I had a broken heart, and I was like, do we have to suffer to grow consciousness? And then I was grimacing, and then I was realizing I've been told a grin and a grimace are the same. Like they release endogenous morphine and serotonin, and they help you manage pain. So I do think we have a choice. We can either grimace or we can grin. We can. So
as long as we have that choice.
Yeah.
Yes, free will. Absolutely.
Let's win with the grin, man.
Let's win with the grin.
Yeah. Well, thanks for taking this time. How can people find you on social media, or how do you like to be contacted?
Social media at Real Funny Pat on all the channels.
Real Funny Pat. Okay.
It's a narcissist within. And just all one word, Real Funny Pat. It's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and
that's cool. And they can see how you do all this stuff that you
because
it's really special. I like that people do unique things like that. That's really cool. I could see that being on a specialty show like America's Got Talent or something like that because it is so different. I mean, than just straight like stand up. You do just straight stand up as well.
Yeah, I'll do straight stand up as well. It's I've actually recognized that the board is fun. That was it. Hey, here's something I can.
But you don't do it every time.
No, not every time. So, and I'm learning how to play piano right now because I want to have that be a part of my act. So having the secondary device on stage is also a way to start training the brain to be like, hey, I can engage with other things with my hands and still engage with people. So now when I get on stage and I don't have the board, I'm way more locked in.
Okay.
It's like 100% of my attention.
This is so easy.
Yes. I mean, I still do bad, but but it doesn't feel it feels like it's easier to do bad.
Was that you talking or your mother?
Everyone.
Okay.
We're all talking right now. Yeah.
I still do bad.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you know it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're self-aware.
Second mom. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
you're welcome.
Yeah, Mama Nance.
Mama Nance.
Wow.
Well,
Thank you for having me. Thanks for taking me on as a new son.
Thanks for joining me on Traumedy and being so open and vulnerable. I appreciate it. People learn from it, and I learn something every time. And I would never know these things about you, so it's cool to hear. So thank you, and we'll have you back again. Go see Pat the end of September here in Boulder at Comic Sense under the Boulderado. Fun place.
Best room in Colorado.
And have a great show tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me. And also, thanks for giving me the new suggestion on how I could work that joke. Because I'm going to go do it.
Okay, so let me know how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
I want to thank my guest, Pat Truer. You can check him out at his website, realfunnypat.com, or on Instagram at realfunnypat. And as always, I want to thank my son for putting together the music loop for Traumedy. Thank our mascot, Mr. Mushu, who does settle down after about 5 minutes and takes a little nap during the recording and gives off good vibes. I will be heading to Philadelphia tomorrow and then on to Grand Forks, North Dakota. If you want to catch a comedy show, check out nancynorton.tv. I will be on the road most of this week, so I will not have a Traumedy episode this following week, but we're going to upload as often as we can. Let me know if you have a guest or you want to be a guest. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, and I want to thank you, the listener, for being on this co-healing journey. And remember, no matter what, keep laughing.